Yes, Lord Vader. You're always right.
Sometimes I don't want to be scary.
Yes,
I don't want everyone to be afraid. I just want to chill out.
Of course,
I want a friend. Does anybody think of me?
You're always
Does anyone
right.
think of me?
Oh, of course. No, I know. It's horrible.
I've just wanted to just be a good father to Luke.
Of course, yes.
He could have been a pod racer. We could have done pod racing together,
Okay.
Little League. I could have been a Little League coach.
Lord Vader, we have just located and retrieved an R2 unit containing intel belonging to the Rebel Alliance. It is labeled Toy Punks, Episode 10, Star Wars 40th Anniversary Wave 2 Black Series.
Yes, it also says music by Galactic Empire.
Bring it to me. This Toy Punks seems quite peculiar.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome back to a very special Star Wars episode of Toy Punks. Toy, P-U-N-K-S, Punks. My name is Jordan, and like I said before, this is Toy Punks. We're a channel that specializes in unboxings and reviews of toys, collectibles, and vinyl records. I'm pretty excited because today we're going to be doing an unboxing and review of the 40th Anniversary Black Series figures of Wave 2. So this is also episode number 10, which is crazy because the first couple episodes were the 40th Anniversary Wave 1 figures. So we're bringing it back full circle with Wave 2. I'm also excited because this means that personally my collection is completed and I get to finally open these figures up and share them with you guys. I just wanted to go over real quick, if you guys notice, before I get into it, is that these bubbles are damaged, which is unfortunate. When I picked these up and found this second wave, this is how they all came. It seemed like the whole case got damaged during shipping, or some lazy employee was just smashing stuff, or maybe he was disgruntled and, had a bad day, so he was just like, I'm just going to smash this case of figures. So it kind of sucks, but that just means I get to open them and enjoy these with you guys. So real quick, I'm going to go over the outside packaging of the figures themselves. There's not too much of a difference. They're all pretty much the same, except for you guys can see the fronts are, changed up. Anyone who hasn't seen the first wave figures, so I'll go over the backs of them for you guys. So you guys can see here it shows we got the first wave, which starts with Han Solo and ends with R2 here. And then the second wave, which starts with the Death Squad commander and ends with the Sand People. Then you've got Darth Vader, which is included in the Early Bird Standee package, which we also did a review for. Pretty straightforward. You got the Disney logo here, Hasbro logo here. The fronts are, like I said, are pretty much all the same, except for, the different images for the character. You have the 40th anniversary embossed logo here, silver, which is not a sticker, it's actually printed on there and embossed, and it's pretty cool. You got the Kenner logo here, and just a throwback to the old vintage Star Wars original line, which is awesome. I really love the look of these cards. I think they look great. They put a lot of kind of work into these, and they look really nice. So I'll be keeping the cards just because I think they'll be cool to have later on. So that's pretty much it. I mean, like I said, they're all the same on the backs of every card. Is the exact same thing. And that's it. So let's just get right into unboxing these figures. I'm excited. I just want to do this. We'll go over the figures. So let's just do it. Toy Punks! we got everyone out of their package, so let's go over these figures. So I first kind of let's go over the reissued figures first here. We've got the Stormtrooper, which is pretty much a reissued figure. It's not a new figure that came out with this second wave. I still love these original Stormtroopers. I know that these are going to be pretty popular because, you know, they were only released back, I believe, 2013, 2014 with the orange line as the figure was number 9. And that was a while ago, and I know that they kind of went up a lot in price. So people are going to be grabbing these to build some original Stormtrooper armies. So pretty much the figure itself, it comes with a blaster rifle here. You can see he's got a trigger finger in his right hand, so he can hold on to that pretty good there. We have also a blaster pistol, which comes out of his holster here in the back. So that's cool. And then as far as the articulation goes, we got a head here that swivels, you know, left, right, up, and down. Let's take this off here. As far as the arms go, they go up and down, kind of go out a little bit there. Not too much motion, range of motion because of the armor itself. We have another point of articulation here down below that twists left and right. Its elbow moves, double jointed, or no, I don't know, just a single jointed elbow goes up and down. Wrist swivel. We have the top part of the torso that moves up and down, left and right. Same thing, obviously, with the other arm. We have the thighs kind of move up and down, in and out, twist kind of as well. Double jointed knees, but you don't get too much range because of the armor, like I said itself. You know, you can move it at the top here and then also at the bottom there as well. And then you have the feet, which just kind of swivel left and right, goes up and down as well. So not too much. I think that the Stormtrooper looks great. It's extremely accurate. I like how, you know, they kind of, there's no visible screws or anything like that that shows holding it together. I know a lot of toys, the Stormtroopers have a lot of screws. The head, the helmet's kind of got that wonky kind of texture to it. It's not perfectly. So yeah, I think it looks really good. I love this Stormtrooper figure, and if I can find some more, who knows, I might grab a couple more just to start making an army. So that kind of does it for that. Like I said, this is a standard reissue figure. It came out in 2013, 2014 from the orange line, number 9. The only thing different is obviously it's a 40th with the card, so not too much different there. You have some printing on the bottom. I'm not sure if that printing is the same on the previous figure, so let me know in the comments if you have this orange line figure and if there is a different printing on the bottom. So that pretty much, you know, kind of does it for the Stormtrooper figure. So let's go with Chewbacca next. Excuse me. So Chewie, I love Chewie. He's awesome. He's a huge figure. I'm not sure if the scale is 100% accurate. To me, he looks a little bit bigger, just a little bit off, but I think it looks really good. So as far as Chewbacca goes, he's been made a couple times. He originally was made in 2014, 2015 for the blue line, and he was number 4. And then he was later released as a Force Awakens figure, number 5 from the red line, 2015/2016. And those two figures themselves were different. The Blue Line figure, the bowcaster, was in 3 pieces. This figure, the bow line, I'll show you guys, or the bowcaster is 3 pieces as well. But when they remade the figure for the Force Awakens Red Line, that was, I believe, only in 2 different pieces, and a different kind of sculpt, a different paint job. I know the bandolier and his bag here is a different sculpt and different paint job as well. His overall body changed as well from the Force Awakens figure to the original figure. I know that they had a different head sculpt. I believe the Force Awakens figure, his mouth is closed, the paint job's different. It's an overall different figure. So I think that, I'm pretty sure that this is the same sculpt and paint job as the original Blue Line figure. If anybody knows any different, like I said, let me know in the comments. So as far as the accessories go, we have the bandolier / bag here, where Chewie keeps his little Chewie snacks or whatever. Who knows what he keeps in there. And then he's got, his bowcaster, which comes in the package as 2 pieces. This top part here and this, but the sight also can remove off. So it's really simple. You can see right there how there's kind of a, let me see if I can get a better view here. There we go. So you can see how there's that kind of square here, and that just basically really easily just fits right on top there. And then you have the bowcaster, which you can see there's a little square cut out, and then right there's a square there as well, and it just kind of connects there. So you got the 3 pieces. It fits well together. It's not loose, doesn't come apart. And yeah, you have a trigger finger here, so you can set the bowcaster in this arm or in this hand, and he's ready to go. As far as the articulation goes, this is removable, so I could take this off here. You can see it's nice detail. It's got some weathering and it looks nice. The buckles down there. So back to the articulation. You have the head kind of turns a little bit left and right, but you have this piece here which kind of doesn't let it go, but it does kind of a little bit move kind of left and right like this. Not too much movement in the head there. It would have been nice to see if they could have made his mouth open and close. Elbows, swivel left and right, up and down. Shoulder, you have that movement there, up and down as well. Wrists also move. The waist, the top part moves. You have the chest part, the upper kind of part moves left and right. Waist move left and right, also up and down. The legs at the top hips, they move in and out, up and down. Not too much movement there because of his fur there that blocks it. And then you have that part of the leg that swivels kind of up by the thigh. You got the knee that moves up and down, and then you have his feet that also move. So like I said, not too much going on with that, but if you didn't have a chance to grab this figure before, you can find him now. So yeah, he's cool. I like him a lot. I think he'll look great with all the rest of the figures, personally. So moving on to C-3PO. So he is also another reissued figure here. There's a bunch of different versions of him. I believe he's got, the one with the arm that is a different color. This one has the silver leg. This is basically the same as the Walgreens exclusive from the red box that came out in 2016. He doesn't come with any accessories. Obviously, C-3PO doesn't really have much. His elbows don't really move. obviously because of these right here. And his head, you know, moves up and down, left and right. Upper torso moves. You have the detail of the wiring in there. His leg moves like that. Knees move just one way. This thing moves. The legs move. So not too much going on with him. Like I said, he is a reissue of the Walgreens figure, so not much going on with that guy. Pretty straightforward, but it'll look nice with the rest of the collection. So let's finally get to the other 3 newer figures out of the whole wave. Let's start with the Death Squad Commander. So this figure here is awesome. I mean, he's a pretty nice figure, and he is an exclusive for this 40th line. He has not been released before. I don't know. Maybe he will be released in the future. I'm not too sure. So we'll find out, I guess, later on. But as for right now, he's only been released in this second wave of 40th anniversary figures. As far as the figure goes itself, it's kind of cool. You can take off his helmet. His helmet does come off, so that's nice. He's got the chin strap there. Fits really nice on the figure itself. Chin strap can go down below it. He can also hold this helmet in his hand. As far as the articulation, same thing. Shoulders in and out, up and down. You got the elbows that go. His wrists move as well. The top part of his waist, you could swivel, move kind of this way, that way. He's got a blaster pistol in his holster here. So that just kind of slides in. He's got his trigger finger here. So he can hold his gun there. His knees. We got the double jointed knees. And his feet. So that pretty much is it with the figure. This is kind of a softer rubber. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the most part with that guy. You know, he's got detail here. He's got logo right there. He looks really nice. He's got a decent amount of detail. His belt buckle, and yeah, that's it. So let's move on to, oh no. All right. Let's just set him down there for now. So let's move on to the Jawa. So this is the other one that is a complete exclusive, or not exclusive, but a new figure for this line of Wave 2 40th anniversary lines. This figure is awesome. If you're looking at it, it's really detailed. It's crazy. This it looks like it's going to be a soft goods material, you know, like for his robe, but this is actually all rubber and sculpted to kind of give that detail of that woven kind of material look, which is crazy because it really does look like cloth, but it's completely all plastic and rubber. I mean, obviously it is a little softer than the hard plastic, but it really does look like material. And you know, they did really nice with the paint job here. There kind of is some sand, dirt at the bottom. It's pretty sweet. I think he's really cool. His bandolier is very detailed. He's got some nice weathering and made to look like leather. Doesn't really come off because his head's too big. So as far as like the articulation goes, you know, his head moves left and right. His arms move. Elbows move. Wrists move. Can't really do too much, you know, because he's got this giant cloak. His feet move. His knees don't really move, but he does twist, which is kind of cool. And I think it's kind of neat too because they use the bandolier to kind of, or not bandolier, but his holster, bandolier kind of thing, just to kind of hide that, and it fits really well. It's really nice. So attached to him, as far as the accessories go, he's got the ion blaster, which is connected to the little pack here, which is pretty neat. It's got the cord there. You can fit both of the accessories into his hands, so both guns will fit in his hand. And then you have another ion blaster that is not connected, different color, kind of all silver painted. And he's cool. He's a nice figure. I think these they did well with this. This, like I said, this is a new figure, and I know a lot of people were trying to be building armies with this as well. So we'll see. I didn't go over actually the number of figures within the case itself. When you get a case, there's 8 figures that come in it, and so the doubles that you get 2 Jawas and 2 Death Squad commanders, which are the 2 new figures. So yeah, these are kind of a little easier to find, but a lot of people want these too. So yeah, that kind of does it for the Jawa. So now moving on to my favorite figure so far. Or not so far, but literally my favorite figure out of this Wave 2 series here, and that's going to be the Tusken Raider. I love this figure. It is so cool. It's got a lot of detail, a lot of different little accessories that it came with, and this is a new figure to this wave, but it will also be released, or I believe it already is released in the Black Series red box line. I know that they pretty much already came out. People are getting them now, so you're gonna be able to find these, you know, same price. It's just gonna have the Black Series box and not the card. So let's move on to the figure itself. So we got some accessories here. Yeah, huge sniper rifle that it comes with. It is a nice looking accessory and a nice looking rifle piece. So for his staff, we have it's pretty cool the way that they did this here. We got pretty cool accessory here that comes in the package in pieces. So you have multiple ways to display this staff and different kind of various staffs that you can build, different tips. You can see it just kind of goes into there like this, and you get these extra kind of tips for it, which is kind of crazy because I know people that are gonna be building armies with these. You can kind of, you know, you have the choice of switching up these tips here, so it doesn't give all of the characters an same exact look. You know, you can switch it up with different kind of looks on how they look as a whole group, you know, by just simply switching out their weapon and switching out their stick. You know, you can have each guy holding them differently. So it's kind of a cool little feature that they did by adding those in there, you know, thinking that people will probably buy multiple pieces of these, and that will help out to kind of make things look a little different in your display or however you're going to use it. So I think that's a really cool little feature that they added in there. As far as the figure itself, so we have some soft goods here. We have this robe. I read somewhere that if you can pop his head off, his robe will come off. I just heard that it's kind of hard to get back on. I'm not going to do that. So if you guys have any pictures or want to share, let us know how that works and how his head comes off and how you take the robe off. That'd be awesome. As far as the articulation goes, we have the head moving left and right, up and down. We have the arms, elbows, wrists. Now we have, similar to, you know, the Obi-Wan kind of look, you got that soft kind of rubbery effect. And underneath him, you know, you have the double jointed knees, and you have the ankles. And that's it. The waist doesn't really move. His top portion does. It's awesome. I really like this figure a lot. You know, you got a lot of detail on the face here. You have this little crazy, like, breathing looking apparatus thing. You have his bandolier and his pouches there. These are fixed. They're molded into it. They do not come off or move. It looks sweet. I love this figure a lot. I know you can get him to put his arms up and do that classic kind of look with holding his staff in his hand up above. So that's really neat. Cool feature. I love this figure a lot, like I said before. So that pretty much, I guess, really does it for all the figures. It's pretty awesome. I'm finally happy that I finally got all of these figures completed, both wave 1 and 2. It looks awesome. Woo! Yeah. So that wraps up the episode of Toy Punks. I thought it was awesome. I had a blast doing this one. It was crazy, you know. It was a great intro. It was a lot of fun kind of doing the different characters. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching this, and shout out to Galactic Empire for, you know, letting us use their music, even though they don't know until just now if they ever get to watch this. But seriously, Galactic Empire is awesome. Check them out. The album's called Galactic Empire. It came out actually February 3rd of this year, 2017. You guys can check them out on Spotify, Facebook. It's finally just great to, you know, have this hunt over and finally complete the whole series of both figures. They look awesome. I'm super pumped about them. Let me know if how you guys feel about the figures. So thank you guys once again. We are Toy Punks. Toy Punks. Oi.
I get winded easily. It holds me back. I can't run. I've got asthma. This breathing thing is not fake. It's asthma.